Okay, the first example that we're going to do, what I want you to write down in your notes is 2 packages of clay cost $4.25 and he needs 6. That's what I want you to write down. So the problem that we're solving is Mr. Smith is buying supplies for his art class. 2 packages of clay cost $4.25. He needs 6 packages of clay. He's trying to figure out how much he's going to spend on that. We're going to use a double number line. So I want you to draw a double number line and we're going to label it before we do anything else. So what we're going to label is we're going to label cost and packages because that's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with the number of packages and we're dealing with cost. So go ahead and get all of that set up in your notes and then unpause this and do this with me. So we know that a double number line always starts with zeros. And then somewhere out here, we're going to put our 2 packages of clay cost $4.25. And actually, I can see that if the number is 2, I'm probably not going to be that far along in the number line, right? I might be like right here on the number line where 2 packages, because 1 would probably be like right here, 2 packages cost $4.25. Now, he needs to find out how much 6 packages cost. So we're at 2. So we jumped from 0 to 2. We could jump by 2 again and go 4. And then we can jump by 2 again to get to 6. I know that I'm jumping by the same amount each time. Down here, I'm jumping by 2s. But up here, I'm jumping by 4.25s. So 4.25 plus 4.25. Let's come over here to the side. And remember, when we're adding decimals, we're going to line those decimals up. So 4.25 plus 4.25. When we add these, 5 plus 5 is 10. Carry the 1. 2, 4 plus 1 more is 5. That decimal comes straight down. And 4 plus 4 is 8. So up here, I'm jumping by 8. Sorry, not by 8. I'm jumping by 4.25 and I get 8.50. Sorry about that. Now again, I'm going to jump by another 4.25 up here. So I'll add another 4.25. 0 plus 5 is 5. 5 plus 2 is 7. My decimal comes straight down. And 8 plus 4 is 12. So the next number is 12.75. Now, that is repeated addition. So we could just use multiplication, right? So I could have said to get from 2 to 6, I need to multiply by 3. And then up here, I would also multiply by 3. And I would still get the same answer. So whichever one you prefer, whichever one is easiest for you to use, addition or multiplication, that is your choice. In this case, for me, I felt like we weren't going that many jumps. And with decimals, I feel like addition tends to be easier than multiplication. So for me, this was easier, but you may have your choice on your independent practice. Now, how do we know that these are equivalent fractions? Well, we know because each time we're jumping the same amount, right? So if we multiply 4.25 times 3 and get this, and we multiply 2 times 3 and get this is a fraction, and this is an equivalent fraction because we're multiplying it by the same amount each time. All right, second example. All I want you to copy down in your notes is Mr. Solomon can walk 2.5 miles in 3 hours. That's all I want you to copy down. You don't have to copy anything else down. Now, on a test, say on a summative, you may run into a question like this, where they give you a bunch of different things, and the only way to tell if it's true is to make a ratio table. In this case, we don't want to multiply because we want each part, like we want to know 6 hours, 9 hours, 12 hours. So it's going to be important for us to not skip and do multiplication on this one because we need all of those different ones, right? So the way I draw a ratio table is I don't draw the boxes, I just draw a sideways T. And I label it, so we have miles and hours. So you draw a sideways T and you do miles and hours. And then I do my boxes as I go along. All right, so for example, I'm starting off with 2.5 miles. So where it says miles, I'm going to write 2.5. And I have 3 hours underneath with that. So those are my first boxes. I'll draw my box. The next box, so we're down here, we're counting by threes, right? So from here to here, we're adding 3. So that would make this 6. What are we adding up top? We're not adding the same thing. We're adding 2.5. So we're adding 2.5 up here. So each jump on top, we're adding 2.5. Each jump on bottom, we're adding 3. Okay, so 2.5 plus 2.5 gives me what? Well, I can do this in my head, but I'm going to come over here for your sake. And I want you to think about it. What is, hold on, let me get this finished over here. Okay, so we have 2 plus 2, which is 4. We have 1/2 plus 1/2, which is a whole, so it's 1. So we have 4 and 1, which means that we have 5. Okay, so then again, we're adding another 3 down here. And up here, we are going to be adding another 2.5. From here, let's see, probably adding 2.5 right here. And so from here to here, we're adding 2.5. So 5 plus 2.5, that's actually pretty easy. Look at this. Nothing plus half is 1/2. 5 plus 2 is 7. So here we have 7 and 1/2. Down here, 6 plus 3 is 9. All right, we need to get up to 12 hours. So again, we're adding another 3. So 3, 6, 9. Next is going to be 12. Whoa, that went sideways, like literally. 12. And up here, we are adding another 2.5. Like, I'm going to add another 2.5. And the reason why the jumps up here are different than the jumps down here is because remember that rates are different units, right? This is miles, this is hours. That's why we're jumping by different amounts. Down here, we're jumping by 3. Okay, so what is 7.5 plus 2.5? Well, let's come over here. 7.5 plus 2.5. I'm going to add my whole numbers first. And 7 and 2 is 9. 1/2 plus 1/2. If I give you half a pizza and then I give you the other half, you've got the whole thing. So that's 1. So I actually end up with 10. So 10 is how much I have here. Now that I have this, I can use this to answer the questions up here. So it says he could run 5 miles in 6 hours. So let's go to 6 hours. Can he run 5 miles? Yes, he can. So that is true. There may be more than one true because it says which is not an equivalent ratio. He can run 7.5 in 9 hours. So let's go to 9 hours. Can he run 7.5? Yeah, he can. That's true. He can run 12.5 miles in 12 hours. Well, let's go to 12 hours. Oh, nope. That's not how much he runs. He runs 10 miles in 12 hours. So the one that is not true is this one. All right. Okay. You will have your independent practice has answer keys after each slide. Do your best. You may choose to do, you only have one that's like this, and you'll need to do a whole ratio table. But any of the others, you can choose whether to do a double number line or a table, and you can choose whether to do multiplication or addition. All right, have fun, guys.